Selling products online is easy. It's finding a reliable supplier that's the hard part. So many dropshippers depend on AliExpress and quickly find out that they're unreliable, slow, and half the time your products don't even arrive. So to help you find the best supplier for your business, I'll be going over 3 AliExpress alternatives for 2026. We'll break down each supplier, talk about the pros and cons of each, then I'll give you guys my personal favorite at the end. My name's Alex if you're new, and when you're ready, let's get right into it. All right, the first AliExpress alternative that I have for you guys is already very popular with dropshippers, and that's CJ Dropshipping. So it doesn't matter which platform you sell on. As you can see right here, CJ Dropshipping links up with all the top platforms, whether you sell on Shopify, WooCommerce, TikTok Shop, or any of these other options. So if we scroll down, we can see a little more information about CJ down here. Here's all the integrations. Here's how to get started. And here's some more benefits of working with CJ. So they can do all of your product sourcing. You can do custom packaging, bulk purchasing, print on demand. They have their own warehouses for 3PL fulfillment. So there's a lot of reasons that dropshippers are working with CJ Dropshipping, like you can see right here. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons of them. So CJ has a very large in-house product catalog, very similar to AliExpress. They have their own in-house sourcing agents, so they can source any product you need them to. So if it's not on there already, just reach out to them and they'll be able to get it for you. So this is great if you're selling a ton of different products, like if you're running a general store or a niche store and you have a bunch of different products you need to list. And like we already mentioned, they have global warehouses. So they have many warehouses in the US and China, so they can get you customized shipping options that are shipped directly from US warehouses and arrive in just 3 to 5 days. CJ offers custom packaging and branding like many of the suppliers we're going to talk about, but they also have white labeling options as well. So there's a ton of supplements and health products on CJ Dropshipping that you can sell as your own just by designing your own label. And that's perfect because supplements are a really hot product right now. So unlike many suppliers, there's no MOQs or minimum order quantities working with CJ. So you can place all of your orders as they come in, one by one, directly for each customer. They have competitive per item pricing, just like AliExpress, and you can pay a little bit extra to get your products delivered much faster. Now, CJ is a large company with global support. If you look into the reviews of CJ Dropshipping, they're all very mixed. Some people have a great experience with them, some people have a horrible experience. I've worked with CJ a couple of times in the past in some of my own stores, and I've always had a good experience, but I can't speak for everybody else. So if you want the biggest catalog and the fastest US fulfillment options, CJ is a great supplier for your business. Let's go over the next alternative, and that would be TeamDrop. So TeamDrop is a newer supplier. I believe they are created in the last couple of years, and I've been testing them out on some of my own stores, and I've actually been pretty impressed with them. Now, unlike all the other suppliers we're talking about, TeamDrop links up directly with Shopify. They don't have any other integrations right now, so this is unique to Shopify sellers only. If you're selling on eBay, WooCommerce, TikTok Shop, or anywhere else, this isn't for you. I'll log into my account and I'll show you their dashboard real quick. So when you're sourcing on TeamDrop, you're working with 3 different suppliers, all through your agent. They assign you your own dedicated account agent that keeps you up to date with everything to do with your business. So since I switched over some of my stores to TeamDrop, I've been getting texts every day on WhatsApp letting me know about shipping delays, new shipping options, and everything else. And from my experience, these guys have been great. So the 3 different supplier options down here, you can source directly from TeamDrop on their own. These are their own pre-vetted suppliers and their products stored in their own warehouses. Or you can source directly on 1688 or Taobao, which are typically harder to access without an agent. So since they assign you your own dedicated account agent, you can access all of these different platforms and source any product you need to. And sourcing is super quick. Just post your sourcing request and they'll get back to you in under 24 hours. Every product I've sourced from TeamDrop has been sourced the same day. So once you guys find a product you want to sell, like these seaweed gummies right here, you can price it all out on their page right here. You can see you're getting it for $3.50. Here's all of their shipping options down here. You can pay $7 for 12 to 18 day delivery or $8 for 15 to 20 days. So shipping's a little expensive. You can definitely reach out to your account agent and try to get that lowered. And 9 times out of 10, they're willing to work with you. They'll give you your own coupons that you can apply to these orders. And that way you can get your costs down to where they need to be. So TeamDrop is a newer supply chain service focused on Shopify directly. They have AI-assisted sourcing, live agent support, and they're much more faster and reliable than AliExpress. obviously. So with Team Drop, you have access to millions of products directly from their own suppliers, 1688 suppliers, as well as Taobao, and you can list them to your Shopify store instantly in just a couple of clicks. And just like CJ, they have custom packaging options, branding options to put your logo on your product, and you can also do any print on demand that you need to. So if you sell custom shirts, hoodies, or anything else, you can source it all directly on Team Drop. And just like CJ, there's no MOQ or minimum order quantity. You place all of your orders directly as they come in on your Shopify store. So all you have to do is log on once a day, and you can fulfill all of your orders in just one click. Sourcing and fulfillment is super simple with Team Drop. That's another really good recommendation from me. So if you run directly on Shopify, no other platforms, and you want clean sourcing directly from your own agent, try out Team Drop. We'll dive a little more into the pros and cons in just a moment. Now, the third and final AliExpress alternative is Fulfillment. Fulfillment is another third-party logistics service, or 3PL, meaning just like the other suppliers, they'll source all of your products for you, store them in their own warehouse, quality check every item before it goes out, and fulfill all of your orders as they come in. This is by far the most seamless and hands-off approach of the three. Now, Fulfillment has many integrations like we talked about with some of the previous suppliers. Whether you sell on Shopify, WooCommerce, or any other platform, you can link them up directly to Fulfillment, and they'll support your dropshipping store for any product you sell. You can see how it all works down here. You sell your items, they source them for you, they purchase them, they store them, they quality check every item, and they ship them out for you. They'll message you with everything to do with your business each and every day. Just like some of the other suppliers we talked about, Fulfillment will give you your own dedicated account agent, and they contact you daily. Every time there's a problem or something arises with your business. They'll let you know when you start to get low on inventory, or when new shipping options become available, or when there's shipping delays with some of your current orders. Now, just like some of the other suppliers we talked about, Fulfillment offers their own custom product photography. They have their own product photography team in-house, so you can take any product that you're already selling through Fulfillment and have them take custom photos or videos for you. So here's some examples of what they can do. You can do photos with model, hand models. You can do the graphic design photos like you see right here. They can do 360 spin videos, just like this one right here. Like, look at the attention to detail on this video. Doesn't matter what product you sell. They can do the white background, lifestyle images. So let's take a look at some of their previous work down here. These are all photos that were done through Fulfillment's product photography team. This is some really good work. So Fulfillment focuses on sourcing all of your products directly from China. They'll get you the best quality products at the lowest prices possible, all while storing them in their own warehouses for no extra fees. So if you want a true fulfillment partner that can handle branding, fulfillment, and scaling your logistics, Fulfillment is for you. Now let's compare all three of these suppliers in detail. Let's go over the pros and cons of each one. CJ Dropshipping has a huge catalog, US-based warehouses, and a ton of extra services like branding, product photography, print on demand, and all of that. They have every integration you'll ever need, whether you sell on Shopify, WooCommerce, or wherever. But if you look into the actual products offered by CJ Dropshipping, the quality actually varies from product to product. They say they have a really good vetting team and quality control team in place, but each supplier is actually different in terms of quality standards. So what you get from one supplier might not be the same as what you get from another. And as a platform, CJ Dropshipping should ensure that quality is the same for every supplier out there. If you're selling poor quality products on their site, they should remove you. But that's not the case with CJ Dropshipping. And a lot of their shipping options depend on where the stock is actually located. So sometimes you're actually still waiting the same amount of time as if you placed an AliExpress order. Depending on which supplier you work with on CJ, it's really not that much faster. And of course, the quality of your actual support will vary from rep to rep. You have some account agents that are really invested in your business, and you have others that you barely hear from. You have to reach out to them when you have problems. And that should not be the case. And I know they say they have their own logistics and US warehouses, but there are so many delays working with CJ Dropshipping. I say that from experience. So now let's talk about Team Drop. Team Drop makes selling on Shopify frictionless. You can import all of your products directly to your store in just one click. You have AI sourcing, not to mention help from your own agent, live inventory syncing so you can make sure nothing's out of stock, and they have a really strict focus on quality control. A lot of times they'll send you pictures of every product you source before they go out. And of course, they'll send samples to your house as requested so you can make sure every product you're selling is high quality. So overall, Team Drop is great for sellers that want to list products to their stores fast. once you already know what's working and what's selling and you want to start selling it on your own store. But some of the cons are the fact that they are a newer platform. They're only created in the last couple of years, so they have a smaller long-term track record. We're still going to see problems arise and horror stories come out of Team Drop, but from my own experience, they've been a really good supplier to work with. And of course, a lot of the shipping speeds actually depend on the actual supplier you're working with, whether it's a Team Drop supplier, 1688 supplier, or a Taobao supplier. So just know that some products will take longer to arrive than others. Now let's talk about fulfillment. With Fulfillment, you have an end-to-end fulfillment focus. Their main focus is on sourcing, warehousing, and private shipping lines. Fulfillment prides themselves in having their own private line of logistics. So that way they can get your products delivered to your customers fast and cheap because they have their own shipping lines. I know I've showed you guys some tracking numbers from my own stores in the past. I've actually been able to get products delivered in just 4 days using Fulfillment, and it's all documented on this channel. So they're good for scaling and more complex logistics as you go to grow your business. They're a really good long-term supplier or partner to have in your business. But you definitely want to make sure you're at least getting a dozen orders a day. You need to have volume first, and Fulfillment can help you grow. So once you find a product that's working, reach out to any of these suppliers, whichever one you think fits best for your business. Now, some of the cons of Fulfillment is the fact that some of their shipping options do vary from line to line. It is recommended that you place a sample order first to see what kind of shipping options you have as well as your product quality, but they will keep you up to date with everything to do with this. They'll show you photos of your product before it goes out, and they'll ensure that you're getting the fastest shipping lines available, all without paying a fortune. But it can be a little more expensive for lower volume orders. That's why you can reach out to them and get your own custom quote. Because they're able to get your prices so low, and it's a unique business to business basis, you have to reach out to them directly to see what they can do for your business. So instead of listing general products that everybody can access, they're working for you and your business uniquely. So this is by far one of the most personalized options out of any of these suppliers, because they all assign you your own agent, they all quality check items, they all have fast shipping, but Fulfillment is a little more personalized. So which supplier is the best? If you want the biggest catalog and fast US fulfillment options and all of their other services available, CJ Dropshipping is a really good supplier. If you run on Shopify and you want to upload products fast and you need sourcing help and want to lower your product listing friction, try Team Drop. They're also a really good option. But if you want a true fulfillment partner that can handle everything, consider working with Fulfillment. They really do go above and beyond and go the extra mile for you. So I'll leave a link for them down below. You can go on their homepage right here, select get a free quote. You're gonna fill in a little more information about your brand and the products you sell, and they'll get back to you with an accurate quote right away. So that way you can get a clearer picture of what they can actually do for you and your business. It doesn't hurt to reach out to all of these suppliers and see which one's the best for you personally. So CJ Dropshipping is like a Swiss Army knife. They have a massive catalog, US-based warehouses, and a ton of additional options to help you. They're great if you want variety and speed, but remember that quality and support can vary from product to product. Team Drop feels like the modern Shopify helper. You have AI sourcing, one-click imports, and agent support. So if you hate supplier hunting, this really speeds it all up. But Fulfillment is more fulfillment first. Think outsourced supply chain and branding. They handle it all for you. It's built for scale, but costs and minimums can definitely make it a little bit heavier on you as a dropshipper. So some final tips for sourcing a supplier. Start by testing with small orders first. Place samples from your suppliers. That way you can check product quality, packaging, as well as tracking to make sure everything's lined up and correct. This is a universal rule with any supplier you switch to. Always give them a test run first. If you rely on US delivery expectations, like if you're selling on TikTok Shop, I would consider working with suppliers that can offer US-based warehouses. That way you can meet your shipping requirements and make sure you don't get into any trouble down the line on any of these platforms, because a lot of them are very strict. You get a couple violations and your account gets banned forever. For branding and kits, always ask for samples and exact pricing before you commit to something. There can definitely be hidden costs that add up in all of your orders, so this is something you always want to watch out for. And you always want to confirm real shipping times to display them on your website. Don't be too optimistic, but don't have too slow shipping options either. Give your customers your expectations up front. That way you'll have less customer service emails to deal with down the line. And that's everything you need to know about sourcing a high quality dropshipping supplier. These are the 3 best AliExpress alternatives. If you found any value in this video, consider leaving a like, sharing it with others, and subscribing for more. I have a ton of helpful resources linked for you guys down below. Don't miss out on any of those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.